to I'll leave Carcassi there. As you can probably perhaps ascertain, the Italians had a wonderful gift for melody, which kind of separates the Italian style from the northern European style, the Germans and the French and even the English. The Italians like to think more in terms of horizontal melody structures with a little bit of harmony, a little bit of the vertical. But the Germans like to think more choral, and they like to stack notes. They like to make these enormous chords, stacks of different notes that perform simultaneously together. So that was really the kind of the separating line. Mozart, we think more of as being a Northern European composer, was really schooled in the Italian style. If you listen to Mozart's music, it is very Italian, what they call Italianate, which at the time was probably a little bit of a derisive. He's Italian instead of being more of in the aristocratic Northern European style. However, we think somewhat differently about Mozart nowadays, don't we? And the next composer I'm going to be featuring throughout the rest of the concert, actually, is a composer who lived about 50 years after Matteo Carcassi. And his name is Giulio Ragundi. And Ragundi was a child prodigy. He toured the continent as a performing guitarist at about age 7, and composed much of his own music. At that time, the guitar was a new instrument, and there wasn't a great. You couldn't just go to a music publisher and buy scads of music by various composers. Of course, we know that the major composers didn't really play guitar, didn't really understand it very well, and consequently did not write for it. So we don't have music by Beethoven for the guitar unless somebody transcribes it for the guitar. We don't have Brahms for the guitar unless somebody takes it upon himself to try to make Brahms' piano music fit into the rather limited scope of the guitar. But we do have some composers that are significant composers, and Ragundi was certainly one of those. These etudes, concert etudes, again they're etudes because they are pieces that are united by whether it's a harmonic motive or a particular form or a key, or there are certain elements within the pieces that even on a rather cursorial listening you'll be able to pick up. But they are quite complex in terms of guitar music. They're considerably longer than the Carcassi tunes, and they are given to more key shifting and little harmonic tricks. Ragundi wrote more in the style of kind of a fusion of Italian music and German music. So he was a little bit more like Schumann and Chopin than standard operatic style that was coming out of Italy at the time. So I hope that you enjoy becoming acquainted with Giulio Ragundi. He's doubtless new to all of you, and maybe you'll have a new musical friend when it's all over. By the way, just as an addendum to that, Ragundi gave up guitar playing in his 40s and concentrated for the last 10 years of his life on playing accordion. So, and became a virtuoso accordion player. So we have two schools of Ragundi. We're going to do the first school today.